Hi, Aries. Oh, wow. You've got fixed sign energy coming in on your roll. I just pulled some cards from you, so we'll see who and what is coming in, but I do see some movement for you. If there was somebody who was on your mind, if there was a relationship that you kept thinking about, something from the past especially, if there was someone who was trying to keep you interested and keep you involved, there's a switch up happening. There's a change. Your mindset is changing. The way that you think about a person, it's changing. So once you change the way you think about this situation, your feelings shift as well. There's somebody here. This person looks mercurial, so strong Gemini. I got some Virgo and Cancer as well. This could be the placement of the person, Sun, Moon, Rising. But they are currently in their head about you, Aries. I'm telling you that much is for sure. They're currently in their head about you and feeling like they can't believe something is switching or it's changing because they keep referring to the Two of Cups. It's like, but what if? What about this? What about the connection? What about what happened? While you here, because this is your card, you're deciding to change. You're moving in a different direction. Something has been on your mind and you're not going to feel that anymore. Okay, there's a stagnancy here in this connection. And this person, this energy, the stagnancy of it is not moving. So now you have to move. You have to change or you have to move. That's what you're doing anyway. The roll, yeah, we've got Mars in the third, Scorpio Mars at that. Oh, goodness. And we've got Leo Sun in the fourth, which is, okay, that's good. Yeah, and so you're going to actually feel a lot more confident. You're getting rid of the energy of discomfort as well. If there was something pending or something just not, it's like halfway in, halfway out. It was kind of up in the air, or it felt like there were no definitive answers. That's where you're switching up and changing. You're going to be seeing things the way that they need to be seen at this point, and you're actually comfortable with this. So this is a good energy. There's also a focus on home and family in the coming periods to be something you're dealing with. Especially with people in relationships who are actually close to you, who are also showing up with you. That's what you have. Okay, fair woman. This could be you or somebody you're dealing with, but somebody has blonde, gray, or white hair is what this says. There's some sort of tension as well. Okay, there's going to be a gift. There's a gift with this person, or you're receiving a gift. A gift, Aries. Okay, yeah, see, whatever made you feel sad or depressed, you're coming out of that. That is no longer going to be part of your energy. There's no more frustration here. You have not been equally yoked. You've not been putting the same energy toward a situation as somebody else. Like there's just been some, it's not fair, I want to say. It's not been, somebody has not been on the same page with you. So show me Aries, please. Yeah, you got romance coming in. Wow. Romance, celebration, and party. You got a party coming in? Yeah. Advice from a friend. So you'll be receiving advice from someone. They're telling you, hey, why don't you go out? Yeah, you have a lucky streak. You are highly thought of here, and you have great and good fortune. There's a lucky streak coming in. So somebody's going to say, hey, you look good. You have so many things going for you. Why don't you go out? Why don't you mingle? Why don't you spend time with friends? Why don't you, these kinds of things is what somebody is saying here to you. So yes, so who and what is coming in though? You have a friend that's, this, I actually just tried to put this away and it came out again. It says warning you of a problem either now or in the future. Let's take a look at that. Okay, about spiritual love. Oh my goodness. Why is that a problem? Okay, because of a stubborn, aggressive person with Ram. This is actually Aries energy. Wow. And so what's the warning about this? Is that there's news coming in. Okay. Or a package or a letter. And you are highly thought of. Okay. Interesting. Secret admirers coming in as well. Let's see who and what is coming through, because there's somebody here that's just not being chosen. It's not moving, and you got to choose something else at this point. The stagnancy, yeah, the death card. Something is too stagnant. So spend time with friends or go to this party, you know. That's what you are being asked to do here. I want to see, though, about this. Why is this a warning of being highly thought of? Why is that a warning? Tell me about this, please, for Aries. Somebody could have an attitude or is being very stubborn in the mix. Wow. Yeah, so here comes the information. Someone's going to come through very strongly, Aries. I do see that. Yeah, there's a person, they keep going back and forth about what to say and what to do and how to approach. This is somebody who's been trying to hold back from you. It looks like they're coming in really strong in the coming period. You're going to hear from this person. This may be a mutable sign. I've got, again, Virgo, Gemini, and we've got some Pisces now, a little bit of Capricorn as well. This could be who you're dealing with. And so what's going to take place here before we see who and what is coming in? Okay, yeah. The Five of Wands. So here's the Three of Cups as well. This person is kind of going back and forth about making things a little bit more simple between you two. There's a challenge when it comes to, looks like extra people in the mix and several people always being together, or people complicating your union with this person, if it's a union at all. I mean, shoot. Okay, let's take a look. I'm just going to set these on the side because they're in the way, I feel. Yeah. Let's take a look for Aries. Maybe I'll fix this. Get you a deck, my dear. I'm hearing code of conduct. All right. Somebody needs to conduct themselves in a certain way. Wow. You may be dealing with a person who is feeling like things need to be actually quite perfect with you, with the Queen of Wands. They're like, how do I conduct myself so I look confident? Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles again. This does feel like a Virgo energy. Who and what is coming in towards Aries, please? So we'll see if it's a different energy. Okay, wow, you've got this Cancer person coming in. Very strongly, though. They're being super decisive about you. This person used to rush your situation. You and this person fell into the swing of things when you met. It's like some sort of quick, fast, and in a hurry energy happened that you guys united in a very strong way at one point, and it kind of felt rushed, or it felt, you know, what is the point of this? Why are we all over each other so quickly? Something like this. Show me this Chariot. I also see some type of a falling out. So we've got the Magician coming in. Wow, something needs to be closed out here. This person is aware of that. The Eight of Swords. This must be the person who's in their head about you. Yep, about you, period. So the Eight of Swords and the Queen of Wands, which is you, babe. This person is really in their mind about you. So something has to give here. It cannot continue the way that it's been continuing. It looks like this person's trying to find some sort of information and a solution towards the situation. Let's see where you are. Where's Aries? You're in the Strength. Okay. Wow. So the thing is, you are in control. You're in control of yourself. You're in control of this person and how much you talk to them, how much you don't. So if this is a Cancer specifically, you got a little bit of Leo as well. If you're dealing with this Cancer, you actually are the one who is in control of the dynamic. And this person may not know that, unfortunately or fortunately. They may feel like they are the ones who is calling the shots, making the moves, but actually you've planted ideas. You're planting ideas in this person's head, or you are moderating the energy. I mean, you're able to give as much as you want and then not as well. So it looks like you have a strong hold on your communication with this person, on the situation as well. How do they see you, please? You do have a lot of romance trying to come into your life. Yeah, this would be like 5th house energy. Let's catch a roll on you, actually. Okay, Sagittarius and Libra on the roll. The Sun in the South Node. Yes, there's a different energy here of whatever you've been doing is no longer fun for you. Like if you have been close with a certain person, that's changing. You're moving into more of a public energy. You're moving more so into a networking energy. You're moving more so into the energy of possibilities and potential. So things are shifting there. That is for sure. Yeah, there's something, I don't know, it's just become very monotonous or the same thing. So you're not going to do that anymore. You're going to switch something up, okay? It doesn't need to be the same. How does this person see Aries? They see you as a 9 of Swords. Interesting. I saw you on the bottom with that a second ago. And the 10 of Cups. So they feel like you are concerned about home. And why though? You know that you need to be patient about something, but in the meantime, you're feeling nervousness or angst. Why do they think Aries is having concerns? There could be somebody in your family you're worried about at this time as well, or there's someone you're just concerned about. You're wondering if they're departing, dearly departed kind of vibe. You may feel like if you leave, you're not going to have something to sustain yourself. So somebody here feels like you've been waiting for a while for your situation to be comfortable and soothing to you, and it's not really accommodating you anymore. So your home or your family or some place of, I'm hearing a place of worship is no longer suitable to you anymore. Wow, so you're growing, you're expanding. You can't fit in this energy anymore. You can't fit in this home anymore. Something is shifting where, yes, you have more possibility, more potential in the future, but you need to detach from this energy is how they see you. Like you may have this restlessness, Aries. You may feel, it's time for you to get out of a certain place. Even, how do you see the person in the reading? You may feel worried that you're like, I can't believe I left them alone, or some kind of guilt about abandoning somebody. You could be concerned about abandoning someone that you care about here, or leaving somebody alone in your family. Okay, it's like, how come I can't be there for you kind of thing. So yeah, something's going on with a lot of home energy and a lot of relationships, social relationships around you as well. So you see the person in the reading is, well, okay, what's this? 6 of Wands as well. Okay, yeah, this person feels pressure to perform. You may feel like this is somebody who puts on a show at times, or they're trying to make something look easy when it's not. There's definitely a lot of pressure here between you two. You may feel like this person just does something to do something. Like they just show up just to show up, or they just, I don't know, they're in the swing of something and they continue to do it just because it's natural to them at this point. But you may feel like this person just doing way too much, Aries. They've been too much in their ego, or too much in a role that they're playing, either with you or in society. Like you feel like this person's not really in alignment with who they are here, is what you're saying. You're saying that they have a completely different desire than how they're showing up to others. You're saying that this person continues to try something even though it's not really giving them any benefits. They continue a path, and they're not living in integrity, or they're not getting proper results, is what you're saying. But they do it anyway. They continue to do it. How do you feel, please? They may even be trying to sustain a relationship with you, and you're saying, well, it's the same thing over and over. How do you feel, please? 9 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's something here where you've kind of lost touch with yourself, or this is what's going to be coming in. It's an energy of feeling like you need to get back to basics. You need to get back in touch with yourself. You need to really tap all the way in to self here, because something external is pulling on you, and you know that. And it could be this person in the energy. There's a choice that you need to make, and it's because of what would be healthy for you, what would be healing for you. This choice that you're making, it looks like it's going to cause a bit of a stir in your life, but definitely I see you're putting health at the forefront of your mind. This is going to be a focus for you. So mental, emotional health also, like you need something healing and healthy and comfortable to you, because there's something you're getting prepared to let go of. You're no longer identifying with a certain energy, and it could be who you are in relation to this person, but there's something you're letting go of. How does this person feel? They feel the Tower. Okay, so I'm getting that something's going to work for you. Like you've been trying to do something maybe for a week and it's not working. Now it's going to feel natural. You got the swing of something. You got the hang of something. You may have been nervous to start again or to try something again, but it's going to feel more natural. It's going to take about a week is what I'm seeing here. Okay, so the person in the reading is talking about, wow, a sudden shift that is creating an ending between you two. You may feel like something's just losing value in your eyes, okay? And the thing is, you kind of forfeited your own worth in a way. Something needs to shift here. Wow, Aries, I feel like you've been concerned about maybe your family, or this Pisces person could be on your mind here. What do you want with the person in the reading? Wow, you actually do want this Two of Cups? Really? And the Queen of Cups. Wow. Very interesting. Lots of Cancer coming through. And then I got a bit of Pisces. So there's someone here that you are in your feelings about. And that's just the energy. It's feeling love for someone and a situation where you may feel there is no growth physically or practically, like you don't see it that way. You may be resigning in a physical sense, even though your heart is somewhere, or you feel a way about a person, emotionally speaking. You're saying, my heart is here. Together we are in my heart, and in my heart we're together, but in reality, we are apart, or something along those lines. Because you're saying that there's a bit of a rejection going on, especially, you know, you're not, the Six of Cups, you're not feeling aligned with this person, but you are emotionally speaking. It's just that something is not happening here. We're going to see what else will happen in the future. So what does this person want, please? We're going to get to the bottom of this. They want the Three of Swords. Is that so? Why do they want the Three of Swords? Because of the Page of Wands. So I'm going to tell you this. Somebody here, they want to express to you, hold on, what's this? Five of Swords. This person is going to express to you that they have pain, that they're sad. They want to talk about this. They want to talk about some pain and hardship and challenges that they're experiencing. So now I know why you have spiritual love, okay? Because this does feel like a spiritual connection that you're having with somebody, where you may feel connected to somebody telepathically, emotionally, spiritually. Maybe even you're in love with somebody who's passed over or is transcended as well. And perhaps this is somebody in your family that you're very connected to on the other side, and know that there's a presence. So there is very strong energy. But when it comes to this person, it kind of feels like this is someone who is going to be wanting to talk to you about how things have not worked out. Something's going to shift here, all right? And they have a very strong determination to heal something or to fix something, but they're avoiding some sort of sabotaging behaviors, or they're trying to. So let me see what the problem is. Like, what's going on in this reading, please? Okay, so we're frozen. Interesting. Let me fix that. How long has that been frozen? Okay, so I'm not going to fix it. I feel like I'm going to leave it like that, and the rest of the message will be audible. So, because I don't know if it's going to actually corrupt the video. So here's the thing, okay? There's a freezing happening between you and this person. The Eight of Cups is coming out here. It just popped. Let me see this person's actual intentions with Aries. This Cancer. Death card. Hermit the Crab. Justice. Oh my goodness. The Sun. Oh my goodness. All right. You know, there's a lot of water here. You've got Scorpio, Virgo, Leo, and Libra very strongly. And it is looking like this person is trying to find some sense of a solution and get rid of whatever heaviness is happening. What does that mean? What needs to get rid of? There's something that needs to be done away with. Right. Okay. There was a refusal for someone to work on something in the past. And this is somebody who knows they need to overcome this Nine of Wands energy. Let me ask what their opinion is of this situation really quick. You actually want to be on the same level with the person in the reading. Like, you want them to be understanding and you want to feel understood at the very least. I mean, this is a strong emotional energy that you have toward this situation. It's something can't be, Aries. It feels like a longing. Like, this reading just feels like you're longing, or someone is longing and there's pining and, you know, wanting something you can't have, or somebody feels this way. You feel like the person in the reading has been playing with you. They've been messing with your emotions, or they've been screwing around. There's something about you that's very grounded. They really liked when you would still show up and you guys would consider your situation in certain ways. But it feels like you've already become privy to a situation not expanding and not growing in the way that you need and you deserve as a person, Aries. Okay? And someone here, they admire your perseverance, and they admire that you're willing to continue a situation, but at the same time, to what expense? What are you spending here? Your time, your energy? You know, life is short. That's the energy that's coming through. They liked to talk to you. I'm hearing shooting the ish. They like to talk to you about metaphysical things. It could also be spiritual things. They may have really liked speaking to you about these topics. This is earth energy. Lots of earth energy is coming in here. This is in consideration of earth. Potentially there's also an earth sign, okay, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, somewhere in the mix. But this person doesn't like the fact that you're taking account of what you are receiving versus what you are giving, and that this is creating a tower for you. So the person in the reading feels actually hurt that you are withholding from them, or that you are changing the way that you deal with this person. They're hurt about this. They could be wanting to tell you this. They don't agree. They don't agree with the way that you're brand new these days. Like, you're acting very brand new. I want to see your perspective then, if that's the case. So you do like this person. I mean, just really, really, truly, like, this is someone who you feel is like a day one, or is a ride or die, or who would show up. Somebody that you know you'll have a good time with. Somebody that makes you feel kind of grounded. And you guys have a lot of like good energy between you two. This is friendliness. This is compassion. This is maybe even laughter and playful energies. This is somebody you enjoy. You like this person. You like talking to them. You like spending time with them. You just like hanging out. You could even just hang out, just the two of you, and you just enjoy this person's company. This person here, there may be something going on. Their idea of children or something from their past is coming into the situation. This causes them to leave from time to time, or they still try to go back home a lot. And whatever that means, maybe they travel, they go back home, and they're saying, I need to go back home. I need to go back home. And home to them may be something that you do not feel is home to you. Okay. So this may be that this person continuously seeks out some past energies. Maybe this is a person for some, or it's something of the past that they dredge up. They dredge up a lot. What is this right here? Seven of Pentacles. Okay. They tell you they need to review things and they need to think about things, and I'll get back to you. And it's so strange because when you're with them, you feel very connected. And then when they leave and they say they need to go back home, this person is almost like disappears, almost the energy of like out of sight, out of mind. And it feels like to you that they are continuously living a past situation that they won't move forward from. Okay. So someone here is really clinging to the past. Or they keep seeking it out. They keep referring to the past. They keep referring to maybe the idea of children, or their children are calling them. You know, they need to go back home. And this may also be that there's a person from the past that they just keep associating with. You may feel like this person's kind of like perfectionistic in this way. There may be something that they keep referring to of their past, or a past person, that they bring some comparison to the situation. There's really no space for this here. Why would you compare? What's going to happen next between Aries and this person? Okay, wow. And where's Aries in this? Where's this person? They're in the Ten of Swords. Okay, wow. Wow, and the Seven of Swords as well. This is a moment for you to do some reflecting and to understand that your mind is like paying attention to a situation that is not feeding you, I want to say. So Aries, there's something about you needing to find what calmness is to you. What does that look like? What does it look like when you're at ease, and it doesn't have to be yes or no, and it doesn't have to be right or wrong. It could just exist. So there's something that you may need to calm your nerves about in the coming period. It looks like there's a choice that's making you kind of nervous, but it feels at some point that it's going to whisk away from you, or it's out of your control. What is this that's bothering Aries in the coming period? Right. The conversation that this person's going to say to you is kind of, you know, to hear from this person. You know that this person's going to come back with information for you. You know that they have something to share, and you're concerned about what it may be. You're concerned about what this person's going to say to you next, Aries. That's something that you're expecting. You're saying, wow, this person's actually they're gonna say it, aren't they? Or they're gonna tell me the thing I don't want to hear, aren't they? Because you're feeling it. Like, you sense that this person has something to say to you and what it is. And to you, this means that this is going to mark the end and a new beginning, actually. So something is changing, and you're on the edge of your seat, but you're trying your best to calm yourself and focus on what is in front of you. Show me the situation, please. Unemployed, unfinished business, and the ex is coming out. Yeah, someone has unfinished business with an ex, and they could be coming to tell you this. This could be actually the problem here. And I don't want to say it's a problem, because maybe that's subjective, but okay, for lack of a better term here, there's something that is calling this person back, okay? And it looks like they have intentions to come and communicate with you again, but something is happening. Show me, Aries. And they have unfinished business with the past. They just do, but they also feel it with you, so that's part of the problem. Okay, somebody here is very immature, or is behaving in a way that is jealous, envious, or hateful. Could be spiteful as well. Someone is getting into someone's business. There could be like hacking or stalking going on, Aries. This is kind of a self-serving type of energy. Someone, in other news, is not respecting boundaries. Okay, this is just at some point becomes abusive. So there's something here that I see people trying to refrain from. Show me the person's energy. Like, yeah, spiritual attack, karma, divine intervention, and facing their demons. This person feels like they need to go sort something out. That's what they feel. And they know that, you know, they're trying to hide from the drama. They're trying to hide from creating more drama here where there already seems to be a lot. So this person has something to wrap up, and they're going to be talking to you about this. I feel like you're aware of what this person's going to say to you. You know that. Okay. So let's see where they go with this. They're afraid because they kind of want to hold on to you, but it looks like there's an earth sign here in this person's energy. Capricorn, potentially. Show me this person. It doesn't have to be, I mean, maybe Taurus, Virgo also, but show me this person, please. Three of Cups. Wow. The Two of Wands. So this is somebody who is trying to, oh my gosh, they're going to be seeing you completely differently. This person is trying to understand that you are only going to be involved in a situation that makes sense, that has actually boundaries and guidelines, and actually says, hey, this is who I am, and this is who we are, and this is who we are together. Not me, you, Peter, Paul, and Mary kind of thing. You know, it's an energy of you knowing what you need and building towards that and not complicating it any further. So that's what I see you doing here, Aries. Let's take a look at what you might think about. This is kind of a challenging energy, Aries. It really is. Yeah, you may feel like this is somebody who can't live in what they want. I mean, this is how you experience them. Okay, we've talked about this a moment ago, I think. But this person has not been able to be who they are publicly or truly, or you may feel this way. You're saying that this person in front of others needs to play some type of a role. Yeah, this role thing again. There's an energy of this person becoming more selfish in the coming period. There's something about them needing to be, or that's something that they're facing. Okay. Someone here, there's a bit of guilt too about how selfish. Yes, the Five of Cups just came out, and the Seven of Cups. Someone feels a little bit guilty for having their cake and eating it too. Like they can't have it both ways, and it's a little bit, it's self-serving to continue a situation like that, and this person is aware of that. They do wish that wasn't the case. That's interesting. Show me you here. Yeah, the Death card. All right. You may start thinking about like how to change, and maybe even want to change your clothes, your bed sheets. There's going to switch up the energy. You also will be looking at, I'm seeing linens, lots of linens here. Maybe somebody's doing laundry, but you are even thinking about like traveling or getting out of this area. I see you needing a switch up here. Okay, no more waiting is happening. I see a new beginning happening for you, and your new beginning with this person appears to be kind of touch and go and hit and miss, and something about that is making you be more cautious this time around, is what I'm hearing. Wow, this time around. So what's next for Aries, please? I see lots of love here with you and this Cancer Leo person, or whoever this is to you. Yeah, you may just be dealing, somebody could be having a birthday as well. Or this is referring to somebody's birthday. Wow, so I've got the Six of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Devil with the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. I mean, this is one of those endings that kind of has to happen at this point with the Devil. You could be ending a physical connection with somebody. Maybe you're saying, you know, hey, we're not going to engage in these things because the situation just doesn't feel right in this way. There's something happening to where you will do like a slow drain from a situation with a person, and then you suddenly cut it off. This is how you will be receiving the energy as well. This is what you're going to be doing, Aries. Okay, yeah. And then there comes a point in time where somebody's thinking about coming back in again. Yep, here it goes. So there's an ending with this air, Capricorn energy, and then something is going to dial back, take it slow again. Something is a little bit more slow paced, and it's healthier that way. Okay, Aries, so this is what I have for you today, and I will see you next time.